Hello, folks. I greet you. Welcome to the biggest rendezvous for gentlemen of the Fourth Estate. It's known as Journalist Hangout. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Now, today on the program, 17 political parties signed peace accord ahead of the Edo governorship election as PDP calls for redeployment of INEC REC in the state, rejects peace accord over alleged bias. Another story, 3 soldiers, 4 policemen killed while fighting bandits blocking Zamfara Highway. And later on, we'll share this with you. Governor Ododo visits burnt GSM village in Lokoja, pledges to support businesses. I'm hanging out with the one, the only Babajide Kolade Otitoju, simply known as BKO. BKO, I greet you. Good evening.
Good evening, Citizen. Good evening, viewers.
Yeah, BKO, we are joined by gentleman Paul Dada. Paul, welcome.
Thank you very much. Also, the one and only.
The one and only?
The one and only Paul Dada.
Okay. Okay, then, so the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, let's hit the road. You know, the Edo State governorship election, slated for September 21st, is a mere 8 days away. And since our politicians had made the enterprise a zero-sum one, the renewal of pledges to peaceful elections wherein politicians play by the rules has become imperative to invoke the peace accord. All 18 political parties in Edo State, except the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP, have signed the pact. Incumbent Governor Godwin Obaseki has declined to sign, claiming bias ahead of the polls. The PDP in the state and Governor Obaseki want the resident electoral commissioner there, that's the REC, redeployed, as the helmsman insists that the Inspector General of Police, IGP Mr. Kayode Egbetogun, is, in his words, the most biased in the annals of the country. Well, Mr. Governor, bias, like beauty, is often in the eye of the beholder. Facts are the only firewall against it. BKO.
Yes, they didn't sign the accord. They claim that 10 of their members were being detained in Abuja on the instruction of the Inspector General of Police. Indeed, the APC too had their concerns.
Okay.
Because
expressed them.
Governor Obaseki has a security outfit that even the APC are worried about. So they had their concerns. They too didn't want to have anything to do with this accord, but they changed their minds and eventually got involved in the process and committed to it. But the PDP are saying they will not sign until certain conditions are met. The election is just 1 week and 1 day away. And people will argue that even this accord, signing these accords, had never really
achieved much,
impacted so much on the conduct of the election. But as Reverend Father Kuka said, this is the foundation upon which credible elections can happen. Yeah. Without peace, you can't even be talking about electoral integrity, because in a situation in which thugs are chasing people away, snatching ballot boxes, snatching beavers, how do you guarantee electoral integrity? So I agree absolutely with Father Kuka that politicians need to commit to peace before any election. Politicians must rein in their thugs, their supporters, so that we can have credible elections.
Each free election.
You know, Edo State was the first place where the beavers was actually tried.
Okay.
And the last election in Edo State, I can tell you that by 4 p.m. on that day, people already had an idea of where the pendulum
was going to swing.
And results were pasted at polling stations, you know, people could access. Yes, people could access those elections. I still remember very well. 4 years is not so long that you then forget all that transpired. Although our people are generally very forgetful. But this is the truth. Let these politicians tell themselves that 4 years ago, we had governorship election in Edo, which reflected the wish, the desire of the Edo people.
Yeah.
They were saying at that time, Edo no be Lagos. Indeed, Edo can never be Lagos. And
the other way around.
Obaseki triumphed in that election. I didn't hear him say at that time that the IG or the REC was biased. Victory came his way and he was happy. Now, to say you don't want the REC, you don't want the Commissioner of Police. See, in spite of all this, we may still have free, fair, and credible election in that state, which will make politicians eat their words, the final analysis. Because I've seen politicians who predicted that the election will not be free and fair. They are going to rig it. They are going to rig it. Some of them boasted that the presidential election in Lagos will be rigged. It will be so thoroughly rigged. At the end of the day, the opposition defeated Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate of the ruling party, in his home state.
Yeah.
A state where he had been the political leader
for years.
Since 1999.
Yeah.
He was defeated here. Nobody complained that it was rigged. Usually when things go against us, we blame the umpire.
Yeah.
And if we don't blame the umpire, we then say, oh, the opponent did this, the opponent bought voters, the opponent. The Nigerian politician is of a strange strain because we see what they do, and sometimes we tell ourselves, will these people ever change?
All right. Paul, you know, I tend to agree with the man who said politics is not an exact science. You know, sociologists will tell you politics is a behavioral science. So are you surprised our politicians in a 21st century world are behaving this way?
No, I'm not surprised. It's been the way of our politicians. It's been the way of our politicians. You know, politicians are no saints everywhere. However, there are principles that we must all adhere to in order to move the society forward. PDP saying they will not sign the peace accord. I'm wondering why. Okay, it's a different issue. If
you remember, in the past we had been there before.
Well, it's a different issue if you have concerns. You know, you're talking about the police. Please don't be partial and all of that. You are saying that. And I watched a video where the IGP was addressing this PDP state chairman. He raised some issues. He said, look, are you saying that I should not arrest those who killed a policeman at the airport?
Oh.
Are you saying that people should not be, if we have reasons to arrest those who killed?
Otherwise, are you saying we should not do our job?
I think we should not do our job. Then he also made one accusation, and he said the army soldiers arrested certain persons. He said he wasn't aware, but he asked the police commissioner, who said they have been granted bail, and he said, look, let them be prosecuted. So if you raise some issues before the IGP and he answers you, you may want to give him the benefit of the doubt and then hold him to his word. But you don't begin to say, okay, remove the REC because he's a cousin of whoever, remove the police commissioner because he's an ally. Okay, is it a crime for even a CP to be friends with a governor, or with the minister or former governor, to have friends? That is different. That is different. You can only judge people by what they do. So I think it's an unnecessary fear. Is the PDP by not signing is the PDP telling us that they will not commit to peace? Is the PDP telling us that they are about to foment trouble? Because I kept asking these questions. You understand? Why wouldn't you? What will it hurt you? 16 political parties signed. And APC also had concerns,
Oh, yeah.
But they decided to do what?
To play ball.
To play ball. I don't see any harm in signing. It's just saying, look, we commit to peace. That's all.
Why not sign the peace accord and watch things play out?
That's what we
expect. Then you can say, you remember.
Sometimes I think politicians just like to necessarily eat the politics.
Yeah.
No, they just want to put it on record that they have said this election will be rigged, and it will be.
So if the pendulum now swings their way,
what would they say?
The rhetoric will be different.
That's why I gave the example of Lagos, where if you had asked people before the election,
okay,
how many people predicted that the Labour Party will win
in
the presidential election here in Lagos? How many people? Let's face it, how many people? You know?
Not even the PDP.
PDP was already weak here in Lagos.
Yeah.
But people expected the APC to win. Oh, Bola Tinubu is from here. He has fought everybody. He has the money. He's always rigging elections. You know, all of those things. At the end of the day, the people who were accusing him even before the election, they defeated him. And no one has said...
In his political stronghold, though.
Yes, and nobody has said, oh, they rigged the election. So these things...
No.
There's a guy who came to my wall, and it is the language of certain people. When they make up their minds to vote for their own candidates, they do not say that, oh, they voted for him because he's of their tribe. But they will accuse other people of voting for a person because that person is from their tribe. I don't understand. I don't get it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu got more votes in the north. That is a fact.
But yet he's
not a northerner.
I don't know how
he
much.
He did very well in the north central.
Yeah.
He won the north west, even though he didn't win the majority of the states.
Yeah.
But he got more votes in the northwest than the person.
More popular vote.
Yes, that's the popular vote. He got more votes than the person who won more states than him. In the northwest.
Yes. I see what you mean, yeah.
So that is the thing, because the quantum of votes that came to him from Kano effectively wiped out whatever lead that person had built. In the other states. So this is the thing.
Honestly, the way
people will vote based on their conviction.
Exactly.
If they believe that this person is the best, whether he's Christian or a Muslim or he's Hausa or he's Yoruba or he's Igbo, they will still vote for that person.
All right. From the journalists hangout end, we are saying, Edo, we wish you well. And Edo remains the...
Let's have peace.
Let's have peace.
That's what matters.
More so, Edo is the heartbeat of the country. Yeah. Okay, to our next story. You know, it's really very dispiriting to have bandits overpowering our fighting men. The latest